Hey guys, Ricky here. My last video, I think I blew up my eardrums when I looked at it, but I was like, I'm not good at video editing. So my options are one of two. One of them, I redo the video, which would have required more work. And the second one would have been just upload it. Just upload it and hope everybody turns their volume down. And then adjust it on the next one. So this is me adjusting my levels. Hopefully this one sounds better. But yeah, I'm using this as one a test run, and then I'll just upload another video, right? Because then kill two birds with one stone, and then do less work. It's the American dream. So, pulled up another article. I actually made a YouTube short about this earlier, but this one's going to be more long form because I do like to read through the article with you guys. So, if you already saw the short, you can just click away, or you can leave me a like on this one and that one. Just double dip, right? Why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? Like the little girl in the what is it, that taco shell commercial where the taco's flat and she I'm getting off topic. This is how my videos end up longer. So I'm gonna get you guys out of this one quick. Remember I said that. So the Supreme Court appears ready to limit mail-in balloting ahead of the midterms. Because because why would you want to make using your constitutional right to vote easy on the American public? Why wouldn't you just want to roll back and make it as difficult as possible for people to have their right to vote? Because Lord knows with conservatives, every time we try to say, "Hey, you have a right to bear arms, but maybe we should have a background check, you know? Maybe you don't have to buy all the rounds. Maybe you don't have to buy an assault rifle that our military uses in active combat to go out and go deer hunting or protect your home. Maybe stop at a revolver, you know? Maybe it doesn't need to be fully automatic. Maybe it could just be semi. And everybody in the right loses their minds every time that they take that as an active way that we're limiting their freedom. Well, I see this as an active way of these freaking Republicans and Supreme Court justices, which are serving life sentences, are trying to take away our ability to vote. So before I fly off the cuff, let's read through it a little bit, right? So the Supreme Court on Monday appeared likely to embrace a conservative challenge to tallying mail-in ballots that arrive after Election Day, a move that could upend election procedures in states across the country as voters prepare to cast ballots in midterm elections. The majority of justices seemed ready to side with arguments by Republicans and Libertarians, who told the court that a federal election law preempts Mississippi from counting ballots that arrive up to 5 days after the polls close, as long as they are and that's important, guys, they are postmarked by Election Day, meaning that these votes were made at the time of, if not before, the polls closed. So these are votes that was early voting, or this is votes on Election Day before the cutoff time, and they're postmarked by the U.S. Mail Service, you know? And it's because it's snail mail and because there's natural bureaucracy in our country, some of those votes arrive a few days after and they're still being counted. What's the problem? Just absolute, just did people in the Supreme Court and these Republicans get like COVID brain? No, because they've been psychotic like this since before that. They're just you can't even give these people an inch, guys. We can't allow ourselves to give these Republicans and these Supreme Court justices an inch of grace because they will take a mile and they'll take our freedom with it. So most states require mail-in ballots to arrive by election day, but Mississippi is one of 14 states that allows grace periods of days or weeks. I don't know what these 14 states are, but should I look it up? It's going to take longer. I'm going to look it up. Okay. Let me see. Highlight that, open up a window, put it in the Google machine, and you're not going to let me paste it? Terrible, 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 terrible. Other than Mississippi, what are the 14 states that allow mail-in voting? Let's hope it gives it to me. There's 18 states apparently. This one says 14 in it somewhere. I don't know what that is. What is that? What does that thing mean? So it looks like it's probably Other than Washington, D.C., California, Colorado, Hawaii, Nevada, Oregon, Utah, Vermont, and Washington State. There are two other states that permit counties to opt in by conducting the elections by mail, which is Nebraska and North Dakota. So if you are in those states, you may be affected by this because once the Supreme Court votes on something, it's over. Like Roe versus Wade. That's what happens. So we got to be careful, guys. So one of the conservative justices, Samuel Alito, on Monday told Mississippi Solicitor General Scott G. Stewart that allowing officials to receive ballots that arrive after Election Day raises a host of thorny policy questions. What are these questions, right? How do you consider a ballot officially submitted? How long after Election Day can a ballot be received? Does it have to be postmarked to count? Yes, it does. It just said it there. It's always been postmarked. It's always been postmarked, and it's always been done and postmarked at or before the times that the polls close. These are lawyers, guys. These are supposed to be the 9 smartest law people in the country making decisions, final decisions in a court of law for the American people, and they're morons. My God, what is happening? He and other conservative justices suggested it would be easier and cleaner to set Election Day as a deadline for ballots to be received. That's what's happening. They're postmarked, guy. They're mailed in. They're postmarked. What do you want? What else are you supposed to do? Your position requires some difficult line drawing, but the line is the cutoff date. It's Election Day. I can't with these people, guys. And honestly, I'm gonna crash out. I made a short about this, and I already got all pissed off, and now I've kept you guys for 7 minutes. Probably because I took a walk down Google Lane. Why did I even? I shouldn't have to learn what these states are because it shouldn't be affecting anyone. Election Day is on a Tuesday. That's a working day for the majority of the American people, and we're going to be voting in midterms for people that are going to be actively making decisions on our behalf, the working people, the lower middle income population of the country, and they are actively trying to make it harder. They're trying to silence the American voter and the American working man and woman to keep you from being able to put people in office that are actually going to do things that are going to help you. And they're going to... I can't, guys. I'm going to... If this is the way it's going to be, then maybe we should stack the courts. If these people are going to serve life terms and they're going to be voting like this and actively making it harder for people to get out there and have their vote count, then maybe we should stack the court. And maybe we should, by any means necessary, make the power that they have less so that we can, as the people, as a populace, actually get the power back where it deserves. And that should be right here with the people that are out there working 8 to 5, putting in 40 hours in a country that just never... When is it going to be our turn? At what point are we going to finally... We're not being valued, guys. We are being actively undervalued, and it's very frustrating and it's very annoying to see it, and stuff like this just, it boils my blood. So I hope you guys are if not just as, then even more angry than I am, because then I don't have to feel alone. So if you guys watched, oh man, 9 minutes, I lied. It wasn't a quick video. I messed up. I apologize. And I'll give you some ASMR as I say, thank you for watching. Bye, guys.